Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, a fantastic way to support the channel is by leaving a like, by leaving a comment, by leaving multiple comments. Very big thank you to all the all the people who left the oh gosh, what was the number yesterday? I think it was 5/8. If you stay to the end of the video, there's like a thing I do sometimes to know who's like actually still around. Thank you all very, very much. And subscribing if you have not already done so. I also just woke up. You can maybe tell like I'm like a little kind of out of it. So it might be an interesting video. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. It says Bitcoin price bullish outlook for the latter half of the year. Here are the price levels. Bitcoin's $100,000 price target returns as Bitcoin price breaks out of bull pennant. Bitcoin appears ready for Q4 price rise as demand for Ethereum outpaces supply. Bloomberg analyst Mike McGlone. This one says Bitcoin over $100,000 is still possible by end of year, says research analyst. The news that we've been getting it's been exactly around 2 weeks now since Bitcoin has begun to move up every single day has been that the cryptocurrency market, and dare I simply say Bitcoin, is going to do extremely well as we continue on over the course of this year. I mean, it's really weird how fast this year went. I mean, really, really fast. Maybe I was the only one who that actually happened to, but the fact that it's almost mid-October is a little insane because before you know it, it's going to be Christmas and then we're all going to be saying Happy New Year and then it'll be the year 2022. So at the moment, the cryptocurrency market is similar to yesterday in that I'm like screaming in my ear. I know you can't hear it, but there's like a thing where like I want to make sure that I can hear myself, but it ends up being like I'm just like screaming in my own ear. The cryptocurrency market is very similar to yesterday in that Bitcoin is one of the very few coins that's actually rising, while the other altcoins, not all of them, but a lot of them are actually falling in price as well. I mentioned in a do not be afraid kind of way that this is very similar to what we saw towards the beginning of the year where all the coins were kind of moving up in sync, and then all of a sudden it was just Bitcoin. And every other coin was really either going sideways or completely going down. It's kind of this like all the energy is focused exclusively on Bitcoin right now to kind of pass by these previous price levels. As analysts, whatever, and other traders and investors and stuff like that believe that we need to logically pass by the previous all-time high for everything else to really have the rocket fuel to be able to go up. And this is why, once again, we're seeing the prices in red and also the Satoshi prices in red, usually as an indicator that people are selling off these coins in order to buy up Bitcoin. So yeah, the optimism is still there across the entirety of the board. There have, of course, begun to be some naysayers in the market. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. They're not even part of our market, which makes it even more ridiculous that they're standing on the sidelines, desperately trying to be heard and to be seen. This one, that can go away. This one says Ethereum on-chain metrics set the stage for a rally. It says Ethereum will be the next cryptocurrency to explode. Ethereum is doing extremely well. Price-wise at the moment, it's red the same as all other altcoins, nearly all other altcoins. But the actual metrics for Ethereum are absolutely incredible. As far as the NFT space, all the amount of network use, that's the term for it, is absolutely spectacular. We've never seen anything like this before. There's so many metrics that say that Ethereum could outpace Bitcoin as far as like value moving through the actual chain more than Bitcoin. Bitcoin has very huge transactions. We've gone over that before. $44 million in one transaction, $128 million, $1 billion being moved. But Ethereum has tons of smaller transactions. I say smaller in like $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 increments for NFTs and stuff like that. None of these coins should actually be as low as they currently are. I think this is just like another lull pullback across the entirety of the market. We've seen over the course of the year. I mean, how many times have we had news stories that this coin is bad, this coin is so and so, this coin is going to fall, and we're still back up to where we were. We've trudged and drudged words through the mud through the entirety of this year, and we know that these platforms are very strong, very robust, and are actually being used. There's no longer a question of if Ethereum's upgrades are working. We know that they are working. It's just a matter of the price to finally reflect that as well. Especially with the, I don't know if you've seen very recently, the amount of ETH that's been burned. It's been a month and a half a month and 3 weeks since we actually had the Ethereum upgrade, and $1.7 billion worth of Ether has been burned, like never to be seen again from the network. This is only going to accelerate as more time goes on and we get other upgrades, etc., etc. On top of that, I mean, the only other I'm not joking, the only other altcoin news I could find, it says more gains ahead for XRP, question mark. On-chain metrics hint at bullish run. It seems logical. Everything else that isn't or hasn't declined by 99% over the last, 6, 7, 8 months, is still constantly in the news, is still constantly being used. Like, we get news or have gotten news across the board of just about basically every single altcoin, XRP included, being used in some form or fashion. We just had the Lumens news a couple of days ago. I think it was them and MoneyGram, and rather Stellar Lumens' blockchain is going to be used for a stablecoin transfer, but still through MoneyGram. So these really significant things are happening. But I still think, once again, that the majority of what we're seeing is that the market is simply hyper-focusing on Bitcoin at the moment, just because, once again, Bitcoin is the name of the game. Yeah, that's all the price news. I think is this also one of them as well? I can't really tell. Nope. Yeah, that's all the price news. Let's see if it's the exact same thing tomorrow. And yeah, let's move on. In very popular news, users who hold debit cards issued by Bakkt will be able to convert their crypto balances to make fiat payments using Google Pay. For those of you who have no idea what Bakkt is, B-A-K-K-T, I know a lot of you do. There's always like new subs and people like that, so I just simply don't know, or even if people even remember. In 2018, 2019, we started having news that the New York Stock Exchange might have been into Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency space. We found out that they've actually been looking at the cryptocurrency space since 2014, which told me that they had been buying ever since 2014. They announced that they were going to be creating something called Bakkt. And it was another play on letters because people, for some reason, thought that that was a cool thing a couple of years ago, where everyone was doing like hodl and what was the other word that the Gemini twins tried to build. It was build, B-U-I-D-L or something like that, spelled incorrectly, and it was just complete nonsense. So the point is, they made their own cryptocurrency exchange, and I think it was also a futures platform and a derivatives platform for Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency space. But the people from the New York Stock Exchange learned very quickly that no one actually cared about who they were. The majority of people simply didn't care. And a lot of the transactions and movement still stayed on Coinbase and Binance and other platforms, but Bakkt is the most prestigious, if you will, as they are actually the New York Stock Exchange who made their own cryptocurrency platform. In an announcement on Friday, Bakkt said it had partnered with Google to allow its users to purchase goods and services using Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies through the Google Pay wallet and payment system. In addition, Bakkt plans to build new analytics and geolocation functionality on its platform using Google Cloud tools. Fancy. The exchange hopes that this feature will expand loyalty redemption options while providing Bakkt partners with valuable consumer behavior patterns. Bakkt also tried to get more people to use their platform with not so much like loyalty points. It's more like a cash back. I can't explain it. Basically, getting rewards for using your cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. That's the easiest way to say it. They said this partnership is a testament to Bakkt's strong position in the digital asset marketplace to empower consumers. Okay. Getting ahead of yourself. To empower consumers to enjoy their digital assets in real time. Can you imagine people like splashing around in the street? I love my Bitcoin. Thanks, Bakkt. Like, I hate when they use words like that. Secure and reliable manner. According to Google, millions of retailers currently accept Google Pay as a form of payment, potentially giving Bakkt users the ability to pay in crypto at supermarkets, pharmacies, restaurants, clothing stores, gas stations, beauty shops. You get the idea. So cool. Not as popular as I believed this kind of news would be. I saw maybe 3 or 4 articles, and that was just about it. Yeah, so this is an official partnership. Like, it's actually Google partnering with the people from Bakkt. This isn't like we're going to be using their website and yeah, we're partnered with them. No, so New York Stock Exchange has partnered with Google to be able to make cryptocurrency payments a lot simpler, easier for people to do. Bakkt was one of the first initiatives that we heard of years ago who was trying to partner with, what's the name of that app? There was an app that had partnered with Nordstrom and Starbucks and Cold Stone. I think it was Cold Stone to get people to be able to use crypto options. Anyway, the point is, cool, wonderful. Everything is going to be integrated with cryptocurrencies in some sort of way. You will, in the future, as you are right now, you will be able to pay with cryptocurrencies for everything, everywhere. It's just, happening right in front of our eyes. So, yeah, that's the Bakkt Google news. And let's move on. I tried my best not to cover this, and I'm going to try my best to also skim over it. This was the most popular news story of the day. I'm not really sure why this continues to happen. If you don't know Jamie Dimon is the head of JP Morgan Chase. JP Morgan Chase being one of the largest banks on the planet. JP Morgan Chase has also allegedly been known for serious fraud over the last 20, 30 something or odd years. They have been allegedly been involved in cover-ups when it came to certain markets and manipulating the price of gold and silver, allegedly. No one knows for certain, but they've had all these allegations against them. And part of the annoying part is that the industries and companies and banks who have said the worst things about our market are usually, allegedly, once again, sometimes some of the worst people in the traditional financial world. We see quite often that there are people who don't like our markets, and I tried to tell you all before, because this was a very big thing a couple of years ago. Whenever any of these people tried to, almost said something else, move their arm around. Think about, not the arm, but another part. If you're an adult, you understand what I'm saying. To try and show their dominance in a room, our markets used to actually react quite heavily because everyone thought, well, this person is a billionaire, therefore he must know what he's talking about. Part of the revelation for me was nearly every single time, nearly every single person, and this was more prominent especially at the end of the second half of last year and the beginning of this year, every single individual who ever said something negative about the cryptocurrency space came out and said that they owned some Bitcoin, they owned a fraction of a mining company, they believed that Ethereum was absolutely fantastic, they saw the potential in Bitcoin. And I'm like, so all of you made sure to tell other people to get out of the market so that you would lower prices and that you would end up buying more of said cryptocurrency. This happens, of course, in the real estate market and other places, but I think it hits home a little bit more because this is kind of my market. So in the news today is that Jamie Dimon has once again stated that Bitcoin is worthless. I'm not sure why anyone cares. I'm not sure if you've heard about this news. Part of the problem is that there are a lot of people who are thinking of getting into our market, who hear news like this, who have heard the influence that people like Jamie Dimon or Warren Buffett has, or the other guy from, what's that guy's name? The guy who predicted the thing from The Big Short, the housing market crash of 2008, 2009. He also is in the news in some sort of capacity. I think he's talking negatively about Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and I think 3 other altcoins, and talking about how bad they are. And it's like, who cares? If I had listened to these people, I would have never gotten into the cryptocurrency market. If I had listened explicitly to the words of several high-profile billionaire individuals as to why I should not get into the market in 2012, 2013, I would have never entered the market. So it's just more of I'm here to show you that this actually took place. I really tried to avoid it, but every single website had the same exact news over and over, except for one, which finally gave a bit of something different. JP Morgan CEO says Bitcoin is worthless and due for regulation. And part of the speculation that I have in my mind is we know that Jamie Dimon is into Bitcoin in some sort of way. He's mentioned it before that he might potentially own some type of a company who is associated with or has exposure to Bitcoin in some sort of way. He's spoken highly about its price properties and so where he thinks it can go. And we also know that analysts from JP Morgan Chase all the time are talking about how Bitcoin is going to hit like not only 6 figures, but like $500,000 at some point. JP Morgan Chase CEO still thinks Bitcoin is worthless, but his clients disagree. Yeah, because he knows exactly what's going on. I don't assume he's going to be the brightest bulb in any room, because none of these people usually are. You might be quite surprised sitting in meetings with these people. They're not as smart as you actually think they are. But he understands where the money is and where exactly this could go. And this is why I think, once again, he's beating his chest as hard as possible, because he thinks that he can try and get prices to really collapse once again so that he can buy more. Because how unsurprised would you be in a 5 or 10 year period if Jamie Dimon is talking about how amazing Bitcoin is and how he got in early, and then you look back at the articles like this, these other billionaires are into the market, have heavily been into the market. They're buying up tons of Bitcoin. I would find it quite weird if the head of JP Morgan Chase doesn't own any Bitcoin when all of his friends do. JP Morgan boss says Bitcoin is worthless. I mean, it's not 2013 anymore. Like, we can easily fact check a lot of the stuff that these people are saying. This was the only one that kind of like made any sense. It says, by the numbers, how much Bitcoin has soared since Jamie Dimon told you not to buy it? A lot. The answer is tens of thousands of dollars since these people came out in 2017 from their caves and tried to get other people to not buy what they were buying. So anyway, this was the most popular or unpopular, whatever word you want to use, news story of the day. This was everywhere. I could not get away from it. I saw it 5 times and I was like, okay, whatever. No matter where I went, it was like the top story. As if for some reason, it's the same exact thing with Warren Buffett. If he I can't say that word. If he thinks too loud, that's not at all what I was going to say, but you can use your imagination. It for some reason makes the cryptocurrency news. Stop caring what these people say. Like, it just doesn't. Everything they've said about cryptocurrencies and about Bitcoin has been wrong. Imagine if you had listened to these people this year or the other years, you wouldn't have made any money. Anyway, that's the Jamie Dimon news. And let's move on. Also, in very popular news that we are going to skim over. Remember how I told you every time that we get news about a country potentially adopting Bitcoin as legal tender? Or, I mean, I can't even think of the other spectacular news stories that we've had before. And I find them once, maybe twice on a website, and that's kind of about it. However, the news that doesn't really matter ends up spreading quite quickly, and that's the news that really goes all over the place. So while other fantastic things are happening in the cryptocurrency space, for some reason, this was one of the most popular news stories as well of the day. Andreessen Horowitz, or A16Z, a leading venture capital firm operating in the crypto sector, has nabbed 2 of the leading engineers working on Facebook's digital cryptocurrency projects for its digital asset fund. That was the news. 2 people who were working on the Facebook Navi wallet, I think it's called Navi, N-O-V-I, are now working for Andreessen Horowitz. That was the news. This was also quite popular. I couldn't understand for the life of me why news like this keeps making it to the foreground of everything, as if this is like, oh, what? They got somebody from Facebook? No. So I'm sorry, sir. That is ridiculous. I cannot believe that took place. I need to read more about this. Who cares? This happens all the time. These acquisitions are quite common. If you are working for Facebook and you are making $800,000 per year, and someone across the street goes, hey, we got 1.2 million. You go, well, Facebook, this was nice. I want to thank you for the opportunity that you gave me, but money. We had news like this throughout the course of the entire year. It's not that it's not significant, but I find news that Brazil might be making Bitcoin legal in their country a lot more fascinating than Andreessen Horowitz getting someone for their job. So yeah. Right. Yeah. See. Yeah. Yeah. I know. You don't got to tell me. I know. Let's move along. And to finish things off, first of all, stop. Unless you're doing something important, like if you're driving, please don't look at the screen. I saw this and laughed immediately. Tell me if you can figure out what's wrong. it's quite obvious very quick. For those of you not looking at the screen, the title of this article says, Shiba Inu outranks Chainlink and takes place in the top 15 crypto assets. And then right above it is an image of a dog. That's not a Shiba Inu. This is a golden retriever. So whoever put this thing together, I found it incredibly funny that they wrote an article about Shiba Inu and all they looked for was a stock image of dog, not Shiba Inu. And this is the one that they, maybe it's funnier to me. Anyway, so Shiba Inu continues to rise. I think it is currently up by 13 or 14%. It is one of the very few altcoins right now that's actually moving up by a lot. I think it's coin number 13 or something like that in the cryptocurrency rankings. Let's see how long this is going to continue. It might actually, if we get Shiba Inu into the top 10 coins, that is going to be actually one for the books, because this thing was coin number like 55 or 60 something just around 2 weeks ago. And to be honest and once again clear, Shiba Inu is actually being used. It actually is a very popular coin. A lot of this may be, you know, on the backs of hype, but they do have their own decentralized exchange. They do have their own platforms, and these things are actually being built out. The point of Shiba Inu is to be Dogecoin, but better. Everything that Dogecoin does not have or did not have initially, Shiba Inu has. And if you've never seen the Shiba Inu community, go have a look. They are quite strong in numbers, and they really, really believe in the project. But so the news being, Shiba Inu is now in the top 15 coins, and that is a photo of a golden retriever, and I'm not sure for the life of me who chose that. I would have loved that actually if that had happened on like April Fool's, because I think it really would have gotten me until someone wrote in the comment section, you know it's April 1st, right? I probably still wouldn't have understood. Yeah. Let's move on. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters, Professor Wally from Gunbot University. And let's move on. Chris, Hakeem Williams, Empire Queen, Stake It With Valor, Fudweiser, Mortified, Roman Gaba, Bitcoin, Ben Arachno, Dave, Tony Ambroski, The Dealer's Den, Red Plump Tomato, Umnu, Wish Nikki, The Letter M, Stephen Dirks, Not Brain, Captain Something in the Z-Way Lay, Crypto Black Sheep, AJ Cut 5, Speedy655, and Carlos Was Like, Mobarazi, Jojo Shaw Show, VB Nerd 21, Miguel Grolet, Lauren De Silva, Quarterbitty, Bare Bones Mining, Troy Allgood, Space Case, Need a Miracle, Paternoster, Conan Don't Skip Leg Day, Snacky Chan, Tolek Banan, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Navarro Williams, David James, Attila the Han, Yasha Harari, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Stoyo, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Animal Reader, Bibliophobia, Todd Mullis, Adam Graysick, Mohammed Maroni, Master Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise Knight Owl, 242 to the World Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Coldy 3D, Damien, Setsuna, Richie Rich III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Nick Mangialavodi, Jim Gardner, Jimmy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller Hitch Chest Every Day, and Kyle Skips, Leg Day, Yes to Crypto, Buddy McButtface, Anytime for this, Mouse Couldn't Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tikara Macho Nisa, All Crypto with Lana, Crayola, Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Thank you all. Actually ran out of air. Thank you all very, very much for your continued support. Thank you to all the new Patreon members. Hello out there. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the I'm going to say clanel channel, who clicked the little join button below. Thank you to everyone who left a like, a comment. I'm lightheaded, or is still here listening to me talk about how I'm lightheaded from reading out a list of names. At the momento, Bitcoin is currently at 57,361 US dollars. This is still amazing. I know that Bitcoin isn't pumping by 35% every single day, but remember, we were just at $30,000. We were just celebrating that we crossed 40,000, 42,000. Remember when we were getting news that Bitcoin has to hold 42,000 or we will sink back down to 39? Try to make sure to celebrate these kind of moments as well, because we are on the cusp of hitting $60,000, and this is still quite significant. The altcoins are down. This is what I was saying before. Even once again, the Satoshi prices as well. A lot of the energy, I think, is just flowing into Bitcoin at the moment. And then the other winner is Shiba Inu, coin number 14 right now, up by 14%. The mythical legend still goes. A lot of people are hoping that Shiba Inu gets to either 1 decimal before 1 cent or 1 cent. That's kind of when you look around on Instagram, that's usually the words being spoken that people think is going to happen. Anything else significant? Axie Infinity is up by 1.9%. Phantom is up by 2%. And Waves is up by 9%. Good job, Waves. Yeah. I do hope you all enjoyed this weird news day. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Don't forget to do something nice for yourself, whether that is something as simple as going out for a walk in an area that you like, buying something nice for yourself, nothing too expensive. I mean, do with your money as you will. I tend to just use all my money into investments, so, Anyway, but make sure to, buy some ice cream or buy a pizza or something like that, something that makes you smile today, because you deserve it, as cheesy as that does sound. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See